So the housing market all over the country has been extremely bizarre for this entire year, but I want to talk specifically about Orange County. I'm a realtor here in Orange County and I'm very active in the market, so I've been noticing a ton of trends going on and I wanted to talk about them. So first off, I do want to say that a lot of people thought the housing market was going to crash this year. We saw a ton of buyers back out when mortgage rates started averaging above 7.5%. And actually what ended up happening is house prices on average are now more expensive than last year. This is significantly more pronounced in the lower price range. Homes above 1.8, 2 million are actually cheaper. They've gone down. But because the median sales price in Orange County is 1.2 million, the overall housing market is more expensive than 2022. We've seen days on market go from a extremely neutral one at the beginning of the year, still down to a more slightly seller's market. But homes above $2 million are getting hit very hard right now. The entry-level condos, townhomes, and lower priced single family homes are still going for multiple offers within the first month. But the homes above 1.5, 2, 3, 4, 5 million are sitting on the market a very long time. Specifically in coastal cities, I was looking at homes in San Clemente, Dana Point, San Juan Capistrano, closed a few escrows in those areas, and homes sat on the market for 100+ days, some even after having price reductions of $250,000. So you're seeing a huge divide in luxury real estate compared to middle of the market and lower priced homes. So much so that the average list to sales price, meaning if a home is listed for $1 million, what percentage above or below is it selling for? And homes under 1.2 million are actually selling for list price or slightly higher. The ratio is about 100.2%. Meaning those priced homes are selling for 0.2% more than what they're listed for. And once you get to the 2 million range, it's about 96.5%. So on average, homes are selling for 3.5% below list price. And funny enough, every $1 million price point you go up to, it reduces the list to sales price by about 1%. So 3 million, you're at roughly 95.5%, 4 million, 94.5%, etc. And I thought that was a pretty interesting stat because you're seeing the higher end homes increase the days on market and make it sort of look like it's kind of a buyer's market in a sense, when in reality it's more of a neutral and seller's market at certain price points. I am noticing on average coastal cities are getting hit a lot harder compared to places like Irvine, Mission Viejo, Laguna Hills, Rancho Santa Margarita. Specifically places with really good public schools, they are still a seller's market. I just stepped in someone's dog poop. So yeah, Irvine, for example, is significantly more expensive than the peak of the market in 2022. And you're still seeing homes go for multiple offers over list price in the first weekend. Mortgage rates seem to have not affected Irvine at all. I do want to talk about pending sales because that is sort of the indicator for buyer demand. And believe it or not, pending sales are as low as they were during the financial crisis of 2008. Now, on average, in the whole of the country, they're actually lower than the financial crisis, but in Orange County, it's about the same. Now, you may be thinking, why aren't prices falling off a cliff? And the reason is because inventory is 6 times lower than that of the financial crisis. During 2008, there was about 19,000 homes on the market. Right now, there's just over 3,000 homes. So even though buyer demand is very low, there's no homes for sale on the market, which is what brings me to my next point of 2024. There's going to be between 4 and 6 rate cuts next year. And tons of people are saying there's going to be 15 to 20% appreciation next year. And the reason they're saying that is because tons of buyers were priced out of the market when rates were above 7%. And with the expectation of rates going to low 6s, high 5s, there's going to be a lot more buyer demand. But what you do have to also consider is people who locked in a 2.5–3% mortgage. Majority of them want to sell their home, but it just doesn't make sense for them to sell and buy a house with a 7% mortgage rate because their monthly payment would be significantly higher. But if rates are in the fives, it might make more sense for them to sell their home and maybe move out of the city, move out of state, and buy something with a lower mortgage rate. So I do think you may see a rise in inventory matching the buyer demand. So I can't really say for certain that house prices are going to appreciate 15 to 20%. I'm more in the camp of maybe 3 to 5%, but it will just depend on how many people want to sell versus how many people are going to re-enter the market when rates are at the low sixes or high fives. So just to recap, house prices are technically slightly more expensive than 2022, but it does depend on the price point you're looking at. Homes above 1.6 all the way to, $10 million are a lot cheaper than 2022. It's really the condos, townhomes, and lower priced single family homes that are bringing up that average sale point because there are so many more of those on the market and so many more of those being purchased. Days on market has been going up for the last few months, but is significantly lower than the beginning of the year and end of 2022. Buyer demand has fallen off a cliff, but it's mostly because of that pending sales number, which is directly correlated to number of homes for sale. Now, you are of course seeing headlines where pending sales are lower than the financial crisis, but it's really related to inventory. There are only 3,000 homes on the market right now compared to 18,000 in 2008. That's it for Orange County. Let me know if you have any questions, if you want me to cover a specific city, comment it down below, and subscribe for more real estate related content in Orange County. I'll see you in my next video.